This is Eagle Al, and today I will be talking about Jalen Carter being compared to a Ford F-150, making people do backflips, and also Nolan Smith. He is back. Look like he's going to be cleared to play Sunday. We will see, but let's get straight into it. All right, so let's get straight into the news. But before I talk about the Jalen Carter thing, the Nolan Smith thing, I actually got to bring up a new signee, new offensive lineman named Tyree Phillips. He's on our practice squad, as you see here. Over the past 2 seasons, he has 754 snaps, 4 sacks allowed. A really good developmental piece to have on the practice squad. Again, that's a lot of snaps just to allow 4 sacks. Mind you, he played for the Booty Giants, but now he go to a real organization with a real offensive line coach who can teach him the game. He's only going to get better and better. Then he get to learn with like the Jordan Malottas of the world, the Landon Dickinsons, even the Jason Kelce's, what Cam Jurgens. Like, come on, man. He's with the best of the best, got the best of the best coach. He's only going to get better, better, and better. His film looked really good. Again, a guy just that's on our practice squad. On our practice squad that the Eagles can really develop and be something. Now, offensive line is deep now. You got him. Then you got the Tyler Steens of the world, who's going to be on the bench, who probably can start for a lot of other teams. Then you got the Sewell Pettis, who's really developing and being something. And then we just know our starting lineup just in general. So we got guys, Jack Driscoll. We definitely got guys, man, who's basically the future. So, again, Tyree Phillips, you left that trash squad. Now you with us. Let's just get straight into the Jalen Carter news, man. Look, Jalen Carter is being compared to a Ford F-150 and making people do backflips. What do you mean by that, Eagle Al? Let me play this clip.
A lot of scout team stuff. What's the hardest hit you ever took?
Good question. One time, Jalen Carter hit me so hard. I was on kickoff, and he was on kickoff return. And he was the, what do you call it? What's that position called? The
Destroyer? No.
Yeah, the destroyer. He was the destroyer. And he hit me so hard, I think I turned 2 backflips in there.
You got video of this?
Yeah, I got it on video. As soon as he hit me, he said, "I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody else."
It's like trying to stop a Ford F-150 from going forward. I remember Warren McClendon blocked him in the back. He came up to the sideline. He caught. You know how you talk. I'm about to go flip his ass. Jalen goes out there in the next play. I see Warren McClendon get lifted 3 feet off the ground.
All right, Jalen Carter is just a pure beast. Making people do backflips. Oh, man, they let a guy like this in the NFL fall to the Eagles already with a dominant defensive line. It's over, man. It is over. Now, I will say this because I've been taking a lot of flack. I've been reading the comments just a little bit. I usually try to stay out the comments as much as I can, but some people like when I interact, so I've been trying to interact with the comments just a little more. I wasn't comparing Jalen Carter to Reggie White. Reggie White definitely did most of his damage as defensive end. I was just comparing the sack totals. Like, can he get double-digit sacks like Reggie White? I believe it's possible. Depending on how many snaps Jalen Carter take, because he's not the sole purpose of our defensive line. He will be a good addition, but you still got Hassan Reddick and the Josh Sweat. And the Josh Sweat just keep getting better and better. My prediction is he's going to lead the team in sacks. Then it's going to be Hassan Reddick second, and then whoever else third. Even if Jalen Carter give about 7 sacks, 7.5, 8.5 sacks, that's still a good season. And if he's efficient at stopping the run, which he really is good at stopping the run. Again, he said college, they like to run the ball a lot, so he perfected his game at stopping the run. But Jalen Carter know in his heart, he's a pass rusher, so he's look, these dudes in the NFL like to throw the ball a lot. And he that's great because I like getting after the quarterback. So Jalen Carter, man, again, they let a guy like this fall to the Eagles. Hell, we had 70 sacks last year. If we get 50 sacks, this coming season, up and coming season, that's still a good season. A lot of people not realizing that. I hear like the Nick Wright saying, "Well, they need 70 sacks and this and that, in order to be where they were last year." Not true. It's definitely not true. Now we more productive at stopping the run and even stopping top tier quarterbacks here and there with this new defensive coordinator. We're going to be set. Our defense statistically might not be better than the last team defense, but I'm telling you, the impact is going to be totally different. Definitely with adding a guy like Jalen Carter. Sean Desai, I'm really liking his play calling. Even during preseason, it was quote unquote vanilla, but the way he called the game in the preseason games showed the blitz, showed coverage. He showed a lot of mix up. So I really like that to Sean Desai. And I think a lot of people like the Jalen Carter's, Fletcher Cox, and our defensive line, defense in general, it's going to take advantage of. So again, the NFL definitely messed up by letting Jalen Carter fall to the Eagles. I mean, he's going to be a difference maker. Definitely is. I can't wait to next Sunday. You know, this Sunday we got to dread it out. But then next 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, let's go beat them Patriots, man. All right, so let's talk about Nolan Smith a little bit. I'm saying he's back. You know, I think the Eagles and even Nolan Smith probably led us to astray just a little bit because according to Thomas R. Peterson, he's saying Nolan Smith had increasingly been active in practice for the last couple days and is on pace to play the season opener. His progression headlines of what is in general been yet another well-structured, healthy training camp. What I mean by that is it sounds like his shoulder was more hurt than what was led on, but they don't want to give teams or nothing a heads up. That's what we do. Try to keep injuries under wrap just a little bit. But to hear that he's fully active and ready to go, that's great. But that tells me his shoulder was probably more hurt than what we thought. But it's good to hear Nolan Smith will make his debut more than likely against the Patriots. Because if not, I definitely have questions. But again, I think the Eagles let us on a little bit? Absolutely. Absolutely. But now that he's good, he's active, they don't really have to report it to the injury report. So again, I can't wait to see Nolan Smith. I can't really wait to see some of these rookies play. I mean, since Howie Roseman turned the new leaf, feel like each year the draft class just get better and better and better. What do I mean by that? When he turned that new leaf, and it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna screw this up. I'm gonna get the best player available. And also what we need when he got Devontae Smith. We like, man, that draft class was really, really good. I believe Landon Dickinson and those guys was in that draft. Then he followed that up with another good draft. And then not only that, he made a bold trade for AJ Brown. Another great draft. Then he got Jordan Davis, which the fans, we know we 50-50 on, but we'll see what Jordan Davis do. But that's Howie Roseman. He's going to take the best defensive lineman available. That's just what he do. That draft class was good. Then followed it up with another good draft class where we're talking about Tyler Steen, who is a rookie who had a shot to start, but even though he might not start, you could still stash him for the future. Sidney Brown, a lot of us compare him to Weapon X. Jalen Carter, who is generational more than likely. We got to see him play. More than likely generational. And you draft Nolan Smith, who needs to develop just a little bit. But once he get it, he gets it. Because then, I'm not sure what we're going to do with Hassan Reddick just yet. But when you got a Nolan Smith who's more than likely going to follow behind Hassan Reddick and even a Josh Sweat, the future is there. We went from, man, what's going to happen with the defensive line when Brandon Graham and those guys had to hang it up. But now you get the Nolan Smith and the Jalen Carters and things like that. This draft was really good, even to the undrafted free agents like Eli Ricks, Mario Goodrich was last year. Like Howie Roseman really did justice with this team. Say that to say this, man. These rookies are really, really good. Again, I'm happy to hear Nolan Smith is doing really, really well. And I think the Eagles led us on the stray just a little bit. So, yeah, man, I can't wait to see the rookies play next Sunday. Man, this week is just going to stress. I think we get a game Thursday. I think so. I could be wrong. I think we get a game Thursday, then Sunday, then Monday. I just can't wait. I definitely can't wait. Talk some trash, when you go back to work. But let me wrap this thing up. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? I meant to talk about Tyree Williams yesterday, but I've been busy. I usually try to give y'all 2 videos a day. I might slow it down, give y'all one video a day up until the game day. Then I might give y'all 2. I will try to live stream, but it's really hard with kids. Want your attention a lot. You know how it goes. Shout out to the people that got little kids. And yeah, man, this is Eagle Owl. I'm out.